I've tried doing this video so many times and I just need to do it. Hi, I have a metaphor for you today that I thought up. I think it's very clever and I hope you agree. Sometimes I like to think about my life as if it is a bookshelf. And every experience, every person that I've met, every achievement that I've achieved, and every lesson that I've learned kind of becomes a book or a novella or an anthology or just a piece of paper that then gets added to a bookshelf of my life. And for as long as I can remember, I would flip back through the old pages of old experiences whenever I was lost, whenever I was excited, whenever something caused me to want to look back, I would, without even thinking about it. And I think for so much of my life, that helped maintain me being very secure and very sure of who I am. A couple of years ago though, I had an experience that really stunted everything. It made me kind of break a little bit, and from that event until now, I have refrained from flipping back through all of the things that I've accumulated on this life's bookcase, and instead have just been going through life, picking up opportunities without really giving it a second thought and without reviewing it for myself to figure out whether or not that thing is even worth being on my life's bookshelf in the first place. As you can imagine, like anything in life, without going through the things that you accumulate and determining what belongs and what doesn't, my life's kind of become a bit of a mess. And most importantly, it's left me feeling, at this point, years on, really lost in myself and just not sure of where I'm headed. About a year ago I realized this and I thought, it's time to go back through everything again. I need to, instead of running away from all of the things that I'm unhappy about, I need to face it and look through every book and every page and really figure out whether that is a thing that belongs there in my life or not. So I have been. And as to be expected, the things that are at the forefront, the very front of the shelves, the stuff that you reach for first, those are the things that really don't belong. It's like picking up your 6th grade math textbook when you're in 2nd year university and thinking, yes, this is going to do me a whole world of good. No. So those things are stuff that I'm aware doesn't fit and it's easy to get rid of, or at least put aside to the get rid of pile. Closer to the middle of the shelf are the things that are okay, and I've delved into them a little bit closer and tried to see if they work, but they're alright. They're almost like placeholders. And now, for the past couple of months, I've been at the back of the shelf, the stuff that's forgotten, that's fallen down behind other shelves, that's gotten crumpled. And it's as I'm smoothing these things out and really paying attention to them, I'm realizing that this is the stuff that matters. It's stuff that's always been there and will always be there, and it is the stuff that fundamentally makes up who I am. And that's hard. When I came across these things, it was really shocking. It was a relief, but it also made me greatly sad because they're things that have always been there, but I put them aside in favor of other things that others or myself or whatever have deemed to be more important. And that's not the case. And so I'm rebuilding, reworking stuff, trying to get rid of that other stuff to make room for this old forgotten anthology of things. And that's how life goes. People tell you when you're older that you'll figure things out and it will take time when you're younger, and it's not until something like this happens that you really quite believe it, but perhaps you should. If, like me, you spend many years refraining from flipping through your past experiences and figuring out what stuff belongs there and what really has no place in your life, then it can become a mess. And I think all of us do that at some point. We forget the stuff that's most important to us, and then we rediscover it later and feel like such an idiot for forgetting about it in the first place, because when you rediscover it after years and it brings you so much joy or uncontrollable emotion that you weren't expecting to ever experience, you think, man, how could I have put that aside for something else? At this point in time, I know what I have to do. It's going to be super challenging, but I've kind of rediscovered a whole bunch of different things that makes me excited. Makes me excited to try and work hard about and think about, rather than just this mundane way of living that I've had for a while. And truth be told, I don't think I would have reached this point had I not had a whole bunch of dumb experiences that I piled on that I just really shouldn't have had in the first place. But shouldn't doesn't exist unless it's happened in the first place. And it's not until you experience a bunch of stuff that is middle ground excitement that you recognize what stuff is on top for you. So if you're not where I am now, delving to the back of your metaphorical bookshelf, don't worry. Something will lead you there one day. Don't force it. You can't. It's just gonna happen when it does, and you'll be fine when life takes you to that point. But for me, and right now, I just gotta say I am ridiculously excited to recognize that I've got a lot of reading to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye.